What's up, guys? Cubile. It's your boy Alfredo Shoots, back with another video on photography. This time it's going to be on the fabled Nikon film camera, the Nikon F3. As you guys know, this is a really popular camera in the film world, especially nowadays. Before it wasn't when it came out. Why? Because this was one of the first cameras, and it was the first Nikon camera to have like electronic components to help the shutter. And so yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys done the research if you guys are watching videos on this camera. You know, most photographers, professionals, and back in the days when this came out, I think it was like late 70s. I don't really know. When it came out, everyone kept their F2s or Fs and anything that was purely mechanical. They were worried that the electronics in this camera were gonna fuck up, basically. But you know, decades later, it's still perfectly fine. So yeah, guys, this camera, this was my second film camera. But it wasn't my first film camera. The first film camera that I got was a Nikon FM. Yeah, or no, a Nikon EM. I got it for free after doing after like putting some games on a 3DS for a friend, a coworker, for her daughter. And yeah, but I used only one roll on that one. I kind of liked it, so I was like, damn, let's see what a real, true film camera is about, where I can control the shutter, which I'm so used to. So yeah, I bought this one. Got it for a great deal before they got really popular. I got this like maybe, I say like 3 years ago now. I think my daughter was like 5-6 months. So almost 3 years. So yeah, I bought it, ran 2 rolls through it. I had issues. There was something wrong with like something in here. But I got it because it was extremely mint. As you can see, it's like in fantastic condition. So yeah, fixed it for like $250 with the CLA. It's perfect now. Yeah, I love this camera, you guys. It's extremely beautiful. What makes this camera unique and many professional film cameras from back in the day is that they have this right here. This comes off, and it just allows a photographer to have a different perspective when you're taking photos. You know, nowadays we have screens that flip up, and essentially this is the same thing, but you know, back in the day they didn't have screens. They only had the optical viewfinder right here. So yeah, you know, that was one thing that people had to resort to. So yeah, and this camera is phenomenal because a lot of Nikon film cameras, you have to have this latch like open to turn it on and shoot. But with this one, once you roll it, you can put it back in, and then there's a button to turn it on, and then that's it. That's why I don't like the certain series of Nikon cameras that are like really popular right now, because you have to keep this latch like pushed out to keep it on, and that kind of sucks. That's some whack shit that I don't like. So yeah, I mean, it's great. Ball bearing design inside here. It was designed by some fantastic Italian dude. You guys can look him up. Yeah, he knows, he got his shit straight. You know, he's a very creative person. Designed this, and yeah, you know, they took off because of this. This camera has a max shutter speed of only 2,000ths of a second, and it has a cloth shutter in the back. You know, like Leica's. But what's great about this, it shoots up to 1/2000th of a second. All film cameras from Leica, I think they stop at like 1/1000th, or I think 1/2000th of a second. That's max. Other more Nikon film cameras after this, they started increasing the shutter speed, which honestly, it's way better. But yeah, you guys, let me show you some photos that I took with this camera. I love it. So yeah, let me show you. great camera, as you can see. Just to let you guys know, all film can be placed into any camera system, so it doesn't really matter what you see. But what really matters when you're taking pictures is, for film, is the lens that you're using and basically your proper exposure. So yeah, that's really what matters. Like, you know, you can't say like, oh, you know, that film camera takes better photos. It's more about the lens. Like a lot of Leica lenses, you know, they're legendary. So, you know, obviously this is not a Leica, so I bought a Zeiss lens for this camera. So I have the Zeiss 50mm 1.4 that I basically shot like 90% with on this camera. And yeah, it's great. It's just a little hard shooting at 1.4 because you don't get any assistance like the newer Nikon film cameras. They actually have like a guide that tells you when you're on your focus. But yeah, honestly, this is a fantastic camera, guys. And like in my other video, you see that I showed you guys the grip that I got for this. And honestly, get the grip if this is a committed like film camera for you. This is a great camera. It's very heavy and hefty. I love heavy and hefty, so not a problem for me. I can carry this all day, not a problem. And honestly, you guys, I give this camera like a 7 out of 10, and it's not a 10 out of 10 only because the shutter speed's not like at 1/8 thousandths of a second, but that makes sense because, you know, it's a cloth shutter. And you know, I had to pay a little more just to get the CLA and stuff. So, you know, other than that, this is a fantastic camera, and you can even shoot in auto mode. This was the first Nikon camera to use auto. So basically, all you need to do is land your focus, and this camera will expose for you properly, and you can just like maybe make it a stop brighter if you want, which is controlled over here. So yeah, this is a great camera, especially for a photographer that has already like gained experience in properly exposing and manually focusing. Then, you know, you can take manually exposing out the window and you can just properly focus. And just remember, you guys, this is a center dotted exposure. So basically whatever's in the center, it will properly expose. That's how a lot of these older Nikon cameras were, until, you know, later on, that's when they got their very fantastic exposuring system, where basically it just gets a proper exposure of everything. So yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, great camera. If you could find a clean one, get it. Like, I'm going to be selling this one soon, and I'm hoping that I can use it to invest in an F3T, and only because I like investing in stuff that I know will hold value longer later on. So I'm using it as an investment, and I'll be using it just like how I use this one. So yeah, guys, you should get one. It's beautiful. It feels like a real camera, and if you know how to properly focus manual lenses, then you'll love it. And not just that, but you know, you get a lot of compliments like, oh, what is that? And yeah, you know, that's if you like that kind of stuff. So yeah, this camera's getting popular now, guys, so get one before they're gone. And yeah, that's basically it, you guys. So like, subscribe, comment, ask me a question. I like to answer questions. And please give a like if you would like to. And yeah, have a great day. Don't forget, you guys, go out and shoot. Get that experience. Adios.